Bob.
It's hard to believe, but it's time.
Oh,
Many thanks to Bob with the Eastern Sierra Shuttle Service
Yeah,
for once again being
yeah.
our white knight.
our white knight. It's gonna be epic.
We have to say we're at almost 10,000 feet. We're already
Yeah,
feeling the
yeah.
altitude.
We're gonna watch out for altitude issues. We're gonna get some good water in us and just take it easy. So, all right, Chicken Spring Lake, here we come. 4 miles up Cottonwood Pass, and here we go. Enjoying the nice pines on Cottonwood Pass. Has been pretty easy so far. Hope we're gonna start gaining some elevation, I'm sure.
We are only how many miles in?
3.
3 miles in. Already I feel like been a feast for the mosquitoes. So I have now layered up. I've got my wind shell layer.
She's fine.
My wind shell layer, and I've got my wind pants on as well.
I have a feeling that these aren't even close to what you guys faced at that lake in Washington. What's that called?
Deception
Yeah.
Lakes. I know it's not close to that, but you know what? It's still It's an irritation.
It's an irritation, but you know what? We're gonna belay on. We're almost at the top, and we're gonna be at Chicken Spring Lake, and just trying to look on the bright side. This is mile 750
Yeah.
and 11,000 feet.
High five.
Yes, high five.
Woo. Woo.
Yay.
Yes.
750 miles.
Feeling so
And-
proud.
It was a good day, Shan.
Yeah. Glad to be here.
Yay. Shannon's having some ramen.
With beef, I added to it.
Yeah.
Come here, chipmunk. Come on, I know you want to be a star. There you are.
Last night the moon was so bright that these mountains behind were just completely lit up, like a spotlight was on them. It was just amazing.
Well, I've got some coffee in here, the Trader Joe's variety. It has cream and sugar in it, which irks me just a little bit because I like it black.
I did see that. And
But
we're doing some salami. Shannon's got cheese, and I've got
Check this
like
out.
naan bread.
Peppered salami, and I've got little chocolates here, and
Those are so good.
I don't know what else to say.
We're doing good.
We're doing good. We're making it.
We making it.
The scenery just got a lot better. We were noticing. I mean, it was beautiful earlier, but it's even more stunning now. I feel like I can actually appreciate it now. I took a nap in the shade and seem to have a second wind.
You got to take it easy with this high elevation. We're still above 11,000 feet.
Yeah.
And it's coming into our first national park, Sequoia and Kings Canyon, I believe it's called. So we'll see.
Can't wait.
Wow.
We just got stopped by a super nice ranger named Katrina. She checked our permits and asked us a couple of questions just about if we were planning on doing Mount Whitney, if we started on our actual permit date. She checked to make sure we had bear cans. What else, Kev?
She gave us a lot of great information about just the national parks and if we need help and how the rangers are really interconnected and they're just out here to help us. And one thing I learned was that the bear cans they're not really for our safety, but they're for the safety of the bears, because if bears start getting habituated to like seeking food from humans, they either get relocated or put down. So that's why we're having bear cans and following protocol it's for the bears. So think about that. It's the bears. The bears. I mean, they're just trying to keep the trails nice so that people can use it for generations to come. We had a nice conversation with her about how a lot of PCT hikers will camp at Guitar Lake because it cuts off part of the summit to Whitney's, just so it makes it a more doable summit in one day. But because of the increase in the number of hikers, there's also an increase in the number of that little bug E. coli down by the lake. So I don't know, just gotta be careful.
Yeah. Another thing that I thought was interesting was that the rangers are in communication with doctors in Fresno, so if they need to get medical advice, I thought that was good.
The rangers are there to help.
The rangers are there to help, that's the bottom line.
So nice. Shannon, is one of those Whitney? I don't know. This one might be. This one right here, maybe. I'm going to verify that. Verify that Snickers bar with your mother.
Sometimes you've just got to take a POB, aka pack off break.
Pop. Do a body good. Really nice downhill trail here. I think Shannon and I decided we're gonna stop a little short of Rock Creek. Just because there's no sense in pushing. It'll allow us a ton of time at camp to kind of, just because it takes a little getting used to with bear cans and really trying to cook away from camp. Just two weary cowboys making their way.
Looking for a place to lay our cowboy hats.
Looking for a rock to rest my head on for the
Or a
night.
stump. Morale is dipping a little bit right now. I hated this meal I brought, so I'm eating mixed nuts for dinner, which is fine. And I have so many mosquito bites. And bruising from the mosquito bites too. So, feeling a little grouchy. This too shall pass. But for now, don't come at me.
Well, here I am in my tent. Shannon and I are battling the mosquitoes. I was trying to crush my food all in my bear can. You can see my bear can right there, so that it can fit everything in. But I punctured a hole in my food bag, so that when I poured the boiling water in to mix it all up, it was leaking all over the place. I don't know. I'm filtering some water here. You can see into my pouch, but it's definitely something takes getting used to, because in the Sierra the mosquitoes come out at dusk and they're relentless. I'm looking up in the kind of the fly of my tent, and there's a bunch just kind of whizzing around. So I'm gonna stay in my tent and hide. All right, real talk. We hate mosquitoes. Well,
Morale is high today.
yes.
And here's why. It's because we're setting ourselves up today for Mount Whitney.
Yepers.
Yes.
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 First river crossing in the Sierra.
Probably about at least 2-3 feet deep.
Really?
Definitely deeper than it looks. Shannon's just commenting now, it's reminiscent of Devil Slide. It's very steep. Oh, look how pretty this is. Hat backwards now. Anyway, we've kind of talked about what we want to do as far as to end our summer and this amazing adventure. So we have about 3 solid weeks. So what we'll probably do is do section J in Washington southbound, like Brendan and Shannon did a couple years ago, and then finish the PCT section L Washington northbound. That'd take us to the northern terminus. So and make about 1,000 miles for us on the trail total this summer, which is amazing. So are we true throughs? But we're season hikers. Some would say lashers, a long ass section hiker, but I'm proud of what we've done, and if we can get that accomplished, now Whitney, Forester, Kearsarge, and then go and do J&L, it's just a phenomenal feat. 1,000 miles of the PCT, it's been awesome. Okay, I'm heading up, gonna keep on rolling. We're playing our shade patch hop game.
It's the only game to play.
It's a fun one. It's not too bad right now, this up.
No, but...
But what? But what? What do you have to say for yourself?
Time to get tough.
Yes. Yeah. Woo! Super pretty and very, very nice terrain. You know, it's amazing how much flat there is in the Sierra. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's tons of up and down. It's tough, but nice flat areas. Whitney approach today. We'll be on top of the world tomorrow. Really neat climb up here. About to meet up with the JMT as well, so. And then just to be hiking in the shadow of Whitney, right there. It's just cool. I describe it as like when you're on the treadmill and you're feeling tired, but there's just that song that just wakes you up. Whitney kind of rejuvenates you, kind of gives you some pep in your step, and it just makes the difficulty of the hike kind of go out the window.
So interesting to see the tree line too. Crabtree Meadow.
Whitney Creek crossing here. So pretty. The scenery's gorgeous, but the bugs definitely take advantage of the fact that you want to stop and gaze around. The worse the bugs have been, for sure. You can see I've got my bug net on, my full coverage rain jacket, because they were landing on me, and I want to make sure that they don't bite. So, a little hot, but gotta do what you gotta do. I feel like we're in war zone. Wow! Good job! Well, here we are.
Hello.
Base camp. Oh, what's up, Shan? Base camp, Mount Whitney.
Oh man, oh man.
We're hiding.
Hiding from all the mosquitoes.
Yes. Yes, we are. Oh, I just went down and got some water. I wanted to show the view. Oh my goodness. Woo! Tomorrow we're gonna hike 7 miles up. It's gonna be a slack pack, meaning we are not going to carry everything, which is great, because it's about, how many feet in elevation gain, Shan?
3,800.
How much?
3,800.
3,800 feet up, so it's pretty intense.
Our biggest climb yet.
Wow, heck yeah. But it'll be a smaller pack, so that'll be good.
Big morning. Today is the day that we summit Mount Whitney. Whew. Hope the bugs don't get us first.
They're nipping already.
Yeah.
But we're protected.
I better get my net on.
Okay, yeah. Point one in and I'm winded. Beautiful views already. Shannon, I can just above. The guitar like should be up and around on the right.
Just for a little update, we are both doing really well. Made it to Guitar Lake, which is kind of like the first third of the journey about. It's getting real now. We have a big climb coming up. It's gonna get a little more rugged, and we just can't believe that we're doing this. It's all been leading up to this moment. At least I feel that way.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Snow patches, flowing water,
Yeah.
marmots.
It's
Cowboys.
the life.
A little bit more to go. Over 12,000 feet. Big moment alert.
It's really not that bad of a trail. It's not the most demanding trail we've ever had on the PCT, but I think maybe just the altitude makes it easy to run out of breath. But even that, I'm not feeling like horrible side effects or anything.
We've had steeper, but this is longer.
Yeah.
So, but it's amazing. I mean, geez.
Almost feel like you're on the moon.
Yeah. Oh, so true. Wow.
Kevin and I have implemented something called the 2-foot rule. If we want to do any kind of video footage or take any photos with as steep as the trail has gotten off the edge, both feet must be planted, looking out for each other.
Feet planted, video taking. You can see how the trail courses up that way. Pretty freaking steep here, so you wouldn't want to fall. Definitely feeling high now. Pretty sheer drop-offs. So, gotta be super careful. Definitely feels high, a little scared of the heights. Never really been scared of heights before until right now. But we're all right, the trail's pretty wide, like Shannon says. Confident steps. Switching up here. Here's a spot for a cowboy or two. Hope you don't sleepwalk. pretty treacherous in here. Trail comes from over there to here, and then continues on. And Guitar Lake below. This definitely pushes the limit of the excitement I like to have. Shannon was pointing out the summit. That's the summit. You can see the summit hut up there. Pretty cool. You can see Mount Lone Pine and Lone Pine in the distance there. So right down in here, that's Lone Pine, that's Mount Lone Pine. This one gets mistaken for Whitney all the time, but that's Whitney up there. Hey guys, above 14,000 feet and final 400 feet up Whitney here. There she is, just up that way, kind of a boulder scramble up to the top. So it's been an adventure. Excited to get to the top. Here's the view out. Tallest point in the USA. Hard to believe. What say you?
Oh, well guys, it was an unexpected turn of events. Once we got towards the summit, I was 0.1 from the top and I lost the trail. I could only see boulders, and so I assumed that the remaining 0.1 was just a boulder hop to the summit. I was at about 14,300 feet, I believe. I need to double check that. The summit was at 14,500. So I made the difficult decision to turn back. It wasn't an easy one to make, but I'm really glad that I did because I could feel my energy waning. The first set of switchbacks up the mountain, the first two sets in fact, are manageable, doable, not unlike other things you experience on the PCT, but once you get to the Whitney Portal Junction, it's a whole different animal, and for my comfort level, I would say quite unsafe in spots. So I was glad that I turned back while I still had the energy to make it back safely. First of all, I am so proud of what I did today. I don't feel defeated. My head is high. I mean, it's the highest I've ever been. And Kevin, on the other hand, I'm so proud of Kevin.
Oh, shit.
Kevin, you made it to the summit at 14,500.
Can't believe it.
I'm proud of you.
14,505 actually.
Oh, 505. You did it.
Well, honestly, look, it was a tough hike. Like, I was really worried that the cliffs were sheer. It was very difficult hiking, and I would never go up there if there was snow. Never. Because honestly, I felt a little woozy. Even though the path was mainly clear. But anyway, so it was a tough hiking day, and I don't know, I was just thinking, oh, hike your own hike. I just really was excited, and I went ahead, and I kind of feel bad because I feel like I left Shannon behind. And,
No way.
And I was, I know I was a bear because I was like really, wanting to get to the summit and push. And I had summit fever, The boulders up there, it was reminiscent of San Jacinto with the boulder scramble, but there was a path. It was a little tricky. It didn't really make sense how it coursed up there, but I did make it. I was waiting for Shannon. I got a text from Mom and Brendan saying that she was only 0.2 away, like 200 feet away, and I was standing up, but I didn't see her. But then I ran down, and Mom told me that she turned back, and so I went, and then we hiked down together. And it was tough. We both were very tired going down. I'm just glad that we're safe.
Yeah, I'm glad we're safe too. As far as I'm concerned, Sibs on a trip made it to the summit.
Hey,
I continued with team miles when you were injured. You continued with team miles up to the summit when I lost my way.
I know. Both. I appreciate that, Shannon.
Love you, Kev.
Love you too, Shannon.